Rachel Ziegler. Once hailed as Disney's golden child chosen to breathe new life into Snow White, the actress has now vanished from Hollywood right as a $100 million lawsuit hangs over her head. Cameras swarm her eerily quiet Los Angeles apartment, media outlets hover like vultures, and yet the so-called princess is nowhere to be found. This isn't just a flop, it's the worst-performing live-action remake Disney has ever released. And long before legal documents were filed, the unraveling had already begun. At first, Rachel came off as the picture of poise, seemingly perfect to modernize a beloved 1930s classic. But the cracks started to show, first in the form of a casual, ill-received comment where she called the original cartoon scary. Then came the infamous sidewalk clip, half-joking but fully dismissive, where she insisted people would line up to see her despite my flaws and cracks and breaks. That clip? It went viral on TikTok, endlessly replayed with dramatic violins and side-eye captions. Fans who once rooted for her began to feel something else: arrogance, entitlement, and maybe even a bit of contempt. Disney's PR team rushed to spin every controversy, but the fixes only created new fires. During the European press tour, when executives asked her to tone it down, Rachel doubled down instead, saying she owed her generation honesty. Behind the scenes, marketing execs begged her to hold off on hot takes until after opening weekend. She didn't. A leaked DM showed an executive pleading with her to stop, only for that message to become another viral moment. Meanwhile, screening data exposed a deeper issue: families felt patronized. Even Disney superfans said the remake looked big but somehow felt smaller, like it had been drained of soul and replaced with hashtags. Still, Disney clung to hope, touting pre-sale numbers and banking on Thanksgiving to save the film. But spreadsheets told a different story: cost overruns, VFX delays, and a ballooning ad budget that now matched the movie's entire production cost. Behind closed doors, leadership prepared for the worst. Memos circulated about what to do if Snow White failed to hit $500 million, once considered a sure thing. Then came opening weekend. The movie barely crawled to second place, trounced by a mid-budget pixelated family film. Globally, it didn't fare any better. Even generous long-tail projections couldn't salvage it. At Disney HQ, things got legal. Lawyers dug into Rachel's contract and found a rarely used clause, a moral conduct stipulation meant to prevent public harm to the brand. According to them, her behavior directly impacted box office performance. Surveys linked her interviews to negative purchase intent. Internally, analysts estimated her media presence caused a $100 million drag, enough to fund 2 full animated films or an entire season of Disney Plus originals. Slide decks were prepared, filled with social media sentiment graphs, marketing comparisons, and revenue shortfalls. When Disney planned international reshoots, Rachel's team issued a lukewarm apology video against a blank wall. The term learning opportunity dominated replies, and not in a good way. Soon after, she was spotted at a private airport, a single suitcase in tow, flanked by assistants. Flight tracking revealed she was heading east, possibly the Gulf, maybe farther. The next morning, Disney officially filed its lawsuit: breach of contract, reputational damage, and a $100 million demand. Insiders say even Disney's execs were split. Some feared the move would make them look vindictive. One casting director admitted studios now assign full-time staff just to manage social media fallout. But suing your movie's own lead actress? That's like lighting fireworks inside a gas station. Outside the studio, the story became a media blood sport. Podcasts, reaction videos, and TikToks dissected every quote. Amateur lawyers debated if her statements were opinion or actual contract violations. Meanwhile, the blocky underdog film not only edged out Snow White, it crushed it. Some predicted a quiet settlement, others braced for a court battle that could redefine celebrity contracts forever. As the weeks rolled on, merchandise deals collapsed. Toy partners reduced orders, fast food chains scaled back promos, and cruise ship musicals were scrapped. Disney couldn't spin it, the remake had become radioactive. Each press statement added fuel to a growing movement demanding the preservation of classic stories. And Rachel's disappearance? It only intensified the spectacle. Grainy paparazzi photos surfaced, someone resembling her walking Dubai malls, dining in upscale cafes behind tinted glass. Nothing confirmed, but speculation exploded. Was she avoiding subpoenas? Consulting lawyers abroad? Rumors even included encrypted bank transfers and crisis teams flown in from London. When Disney's quarterly earnings hit, with Snow White-related losses contributing to a miss, analysts linked roughly a third of the shortfall to this one fiasco. The lawsuit, then, had dual purposes: recover losses and reassure Wall Street that accountability still existed inside the Magic Kingdom. Critics, however, warned that this could scare off future talent. Would young stars risk playing legacy roles if a bad press tour could cost them 9 figures? Meanwhile, cinephiles picked apart the creative wreckage. Replacing a romance arc with modern empowerment themes might have worked, if handled with nuance. Instead, leaked focus group notes revealed clunky dialogue and mismatched world-building. Concept art showed whimsical forest backdrops turned into dull steampunk cities. As pressure mounted, Disney's CEO ordered an emergency off-site retreat with key creatives to course-correct. The result? A pivot away from remakes and a new studio-wide policy on talent's social media use. Behind the scenes, Disney quietly extended settlement feelers to Rachel's team. Rumors suggested they declined, at first. But as Snow White sank deeper and the other films soared past $1 billion globally, complete with sequel greenlights and new theme park zones, reality set in. Eventually, Rachel resurfaced on a private account. A tastefully lit photo of her at a seaside cafe, book in hand, captioned simply, "Still learning." Disney's lawyers took note. That same day, motions were filed requesting proof of her whereabouts. Insiders whispered that mediation had finally resulted in a deal, a multi-million-dollar restitution plan linked to future earnings, musicals, albums, whatever came next. It wasn't a fine, exactly, it was a royalty stream. Disney would recoup losses, and Rachel would get a shot at rebuilding. Both sides agreed to a mutual non-disparagement pact and a future charitable partnership to show public goodwill. In the end, the lesson was seismic. The Snow White saga is now a cautionary tale etched into Hollywood's DNA. Studios vet talent like intelligence agencies. Stars realize authenticity now carries billion-dollar consequences. And Rachel Ziegler? Her fairy tale didn't end with a wedding, it ended with a clause, a contract, and a court date.